Cerio gets ejected from college computer lab. YouTube's own Glenn, Auditing the USA Cerio started Sunday morning with a new upload to his channel featuring a partially edited account of an incident at Bellevue College in Bellevue, Washington, where he was asked to leave a computer lab. The video began with Cerio's camera apparently placed behind a computer monitor, as the video displayed various wires leading to the computer. Cerio can be heard complaining about being asked to leave and asking where he can call the police from. The second voice offered to show him, but warned that it wouldn't end well if he called the police. Eventually, Cerio was escorted from the building, and the second voice was revealed to be a security officer. Cerio explained that he was working on an assignment that was due at midnight when he was asked to leave by the security officer, and that he did not feel safe as he had been threatened previously on campus. Before the security officer left, he apparently told Cerio that a Title IX manager had contacted security and asked for Cerio to be ejected from the computer lab. Cerio then insisted that he would be filing a felony police report and would be demanding partial reimbursement of his tuition for preventing him from doing his assignment. After the security guard left, 2 police officers arrived, followed by a second group of officers. The lead officer asked Cerio what happened. He said that he wanted to file a police report and explained he had been asked to leave by security after there was a complaint about an inappropriate conversation he was involved in. Cerio said he made no inappropriate comments and that he was a bystander as a person working at the college was having the discussion with another man. He claimed security asked him to leave based on a Title IX advisor contacting the security officer's boss, and that he was concerned about the statement about making things worse. The officer asked what the security officer's name was. Cerio said that he didn't know and that the officer was on campus, and that the police officers could go get him and have a conversation. Eventually, a sergeant was called, and Cerio's story changed again. This time, a female student overheard the conversation and made a complaint. The officer said that the statement by the security officer was a comment and not a crime. Cerio disagreed with the sergeant and then inquired why 5 officers had responded to the initial call. The sergeant explained that the computer system said that Cerio had been flagged for previous incidents with police. Cerio denied that he had any previous contact with police and began a story that he couldn't be employed where he was if he had a criminal history. After a jump in the video, Cerio was now in the parking garage of the Bellevue City Hall using a 911 call box to request assistance. He explained that he wanted to file a complaint against the officers who responded to his incident at the college and that he wanted a sergeant or a high-ranking police officer to take his complaint. The sergeant who had handled the complaint at the college responded to Cerio, then went and got a second sergeant when it was apparent that Cerio was there to complain about him. There was a brief delay and another cut before a second sergeant arrived to take his complaint. Cerio claimed that the original sergeant did not take his complaint seriously and accused him of having an extensive criminal history. He then said that he couldn't have an extensive criminal history as he had previously worked at such Fortune 500 companies as Microsoft and Boeing. He then became upset when the sergeant made it clear that he was there to take his complaint against the police and not to investigate his original complaint. Cerio instructed the officer that the original officers should have interviewed everyone in the computer lab and all of the security guards. The sergeant took it under advisement before telling Cerio he'd be in contact with an update in about a week before leaving Cerio alone in the parking garage, and Cerio ended the video.